Basically, I got into dance about 3 years ago when I turned 18. I started hitting the clubs like most 18-year-olds did. And like I went to a lot of hip-hop joints because I was really into that music. I've been into that music since I was about 13 years old. And I saw these circles form and people battling, and it really annoyed me that I couldn't get involved. So that was like my first instinct was like, all right, I want to try and do a class somewhere. And then I saw that movie Stomp the Yard, the first 5 minutes with like Tight Eyes and Miss Prissy and battling Chris Brown and that. And I was just like, oh, it's all over. I saw that at the start of the week. I was in classes at the end of the week. Shout out to my first ever hip hop teacher, Blacker, down at Sydney Dance Company. Basically, it's given me like a newfound confidence, especially when I go out at night. It's given me a massive distraction from stuff like, you know, just hanging around, not really doing anything constructive with my life. It's also taking me away from drinking copious amounts of alcohol. I used to practice dance so that I could get drunk and do it well, and I eventually got away from doing all of that and just practiced on dancing. I lost about half an hour ago. I just battled Shutdown, and I got ripped. No, I did. I got ripped, didn't I?
I'm little Shutdown.
Yeah. I got ripped bad. That guy's on his game, man. Erupt, you better be labbing, man. You, me, we're bros. You better be labbing,
yeah,
man.
Your ass better be labbing.
That would be by a guy called Scrabby. It was a while ago when he called me out for my name. He came down to the entertainment centre, and it was just me, him, and Dario. So there was no one else. There was no one else at this battle. It was just the two of us. Dario was giving us equal love. And at about that point in Krump, like a new style of music was coming out. Like a lot of tie-dye tracks were coming out. And there was this track called the Solo Anthem. And it was a really, really slow track. And I'd got it about 3 days before that battle. And I'm just thinking there's no way anyone's going to be able to get off to this track. Anyway, Scrappy came down and he was pissed off with me as usual. And he just puts on this track in these brand new speakers, and the track was blaring. And it was just his first round. I've never seen him dance like this before. Like, that really got in my head. I didn't really like that at all. Props to you, Scrap. That was tight. The one I did against Jay Grudge when he was at the Bang Out one. I don't know if they were tight, but I felt good after them. But I have a lot of respect for Chucks. But I've been hearing a lot about this guy called Llama from Melbourne, and I've seen him dance. He's tight. I haven't seen him live, so I have no comment. He is tight. But yeah, if I had to say in Australia, I would probably say I think Chucks, because I think Chucks is very creative and he thinks way the hell out of the box when he does his stuff. I was going to say a 6. Yeah, probably a 5 or a 6. Like, I'm good at hitting the beats, but I can't quite hit the beats with different parts of my body yet. Do you know what I mean? I can't really access the beat like I'd like to. So yeah, probably a 5 or a 6. Ground moves, do they count as tricks? They'll probably pull me up to about a 6 or a 7. I'm pretty confident on the ground, but tricks, man? Nah, I'm not the best at tricks. Yeah, probably a 5 or a 6. I reckon I sit in the middle. Like, with 10 being Street Kingdom and the tightest cats in Australia, I reckon I sit around a 5 or a 6. I'm going to give that a 7. Like, I really try to work hard at my foundation, like my bangs, my stomps, varying my transfers. The only thing that's a bit whack with my foundation is my buck hop, like in terms of Krump foundation. Like, I really need to work on that. Look, Ruthless over there is laughing at me, man. He knows. Well, I've been told I have a very strong character, so I'm probably going to be a bit ambitious and say 8. Yeah, I'm going to go with an 8 for my character.
Let's go, Reech!
I can't live without food, man. I'm serious. I need my food. I love my food, man. For real, I do. I think I'd really like to learn locking, like the old school locking, but like you look up like the lockers, like from way back in the day, like Don Campbell and that. Yeah, I'd really like to learn locking. I think that would be a good style. Like I think it goes with Krump a little bit, like the lock and the jab and stuff like that. So yeah, probably locking. Like I would say that's the best part of being a dancer, when you've hit something you haven't labbed and you don't really know what you're doing, and you finish your set and you know it was part, but you have no clue what you've done until you go back and watch the footage. And you're like, wow, was that me? Probably, yeah, that's the best part of being a dancer. I did 4-unit maths in high school. I actually watched your clip last week in J-Funk's on keeping a clear mind when you battle. I really thought that was good, because that's what I would be missing. So shout out to that dude and the chick that gave him that advice. I took that into consideration. I've received a heap of advice on my Krump from like Dario, Scrappy and Alpha One. So like those 3 guys giving me advice on my Krump, man. Alpha One's Arnie, she told me I needed to bend my legs. That's what first got me a lot better in my hip hop dancing. So shout out to her, Melee. And Crush, when I was down in Melbourne, he said don't force your set when you dance. If you hit something and you got the crowd, whether you do it in 15 seconds or in 2.5 minutes, doesn't matter. You got the crowd, you hit your spaz, don't force the set, just leave it. So I thought that was really good advice as well. Out of respect, I'd like to catch my rounds with pretty rough. Pretty rough. Yeah, that's right, rough. I'm watching you. No, I can't do it like rough. No, out of respect, rough. And like I don't know, man. These dudes, Jay Shift and Jay Punisher, man. Like to be honest, I don't really know you guys. Like I don't have a problem with you, but I mean, I really would like to dance against you. Yeah. Nah, I'm joking.